Well, this is absolutely terrifying. This is very, very terrifying. Now, Hamas, their former leader, actually called for a global day of jihad. They wanted Muslims around the world to commit acts of terrorism. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to protect our border here in the United States of America. Because of Joe Biden, there's no telling who has actually come through our southern border. It's not just people coming from Central America. No, there is people from all over the world coming through that southern border. And because of Joe Biden, more than likely, terrorists have actually crossed our southern border. Actually, I believe it's actually been confirmed that some terrorists have crossed into the United States. Joe Biden must go. But let's get back to Hamas here. Hamas calling for a global day of jihad has now turned deadly in France. This is absolutely terrifying, man. And the person that was the assailant in this attack was actually in the country illegally. Funny how that works, right? When you don't protect your border, you allow criminals and terrorists to actually come in. And now somebody's actually lost their life because of this. This is frightening, but let's go ahead and jump into this. Over here on the New York Post, suspect allegedly yelled Allah Akbar before fatally stabbing teacher, injuring 2 others in France knife attack. Yeah, let's go ahead and read this. A knife-wielding Chechen refugee who was on a terror watch list. This man was on a terror watch list, guys. In France, slaughtered a teacher at his former high school and critically wounded 2 other people after allegedly yelling Allah Akbar in northern France Friday, according to official and local media. The suspect, identified as 20-year-old Mohamed Bogochev, fatally stabbed Dominique Bernard, 57, a French language teacher, and also injured a security guard and a gym teacher at Gambetta Carnot School in the city of Arras. French outlet BFMTV reported. The savage attack took place in the school's parking lot around 11 a.m. local time and was captured on video, which shows 3 people trying to fend off the knifeman with a chair. The suspect, wearing a jacket and white sneakers, is seen delivering knife blows to one of the men on the ground. Quote, "He's got a knife. He's got a knife." One witness is heard exclaiming. My goodness. Students were placed on lockdown for hours inside the building as frantic parents rushed to the school. Quote, "We are leaving class to go to the canteen when we saw the guy with 2 knives attacking the teacher who had blood on him. He tried to calm him down and protect us," a student told the outlet La Voix du Nord. "He told us to leave, but we didn't really understand, so we ran and others went back upstairs." Another student said an alarm went off and students assumed it was a drill. French Interior Minister Gerald Darmanin said on X the perpetrator was arrested as police conducted its operation at the school. Bogochev, 16-year-old brother, was also taken into custody Friday. Yeah. You see what's going on, guys? You see what's going on? More than likely, this guy responded to the call for a global day of jihad. More than likely. Now look at this on Breitbart right here. Check this out. An update from Le Figaro, which names the alleged knifeman who killed a teacher in France today as Mohamed Bogochev, and says his family was already subjected to a deportation from the nation as not being legally in France in 2014. They weren't even here legally in France. Yet a group of civil society and pro-migrant groups campaigned successfully to have the deportation halted. Yeah. This is a problem, man. A problem. People inside of France stopped the deportation of this person. And now it's turned deadly. We got a serious problem, guys. What happened in Israel was definitely a 9/11 type of attack for Israel. It was their 9/11. And now you got people around the world answering calls of a global day of jihad. This is scary. It goes on, it says here, the National Anti-Terrorism Prosecutor's Office said it was investigating the attack as potential terrorism. The deadly school attack that sent shockwaves through France comes on the day that Hamas's former leader, Khalid Michel, called on all Muslims to wage a day of jihad and stage protests against Israel. Bogochev was identified by the national police as a Russian national of Chechen descent. He arrived in France as a refugee in 2008 when he was 5 years old. The 20-year-old was known to French law enforcement agencies and was on a state Fish S watch list of people known as a potential security risk. Bogochev had been closely monitored since the summer with tails and telephone surveillance, and was stopped as recently as Thursday for a police check that found no wrongdoing. My goodness. Suleiman Hamzi, a police officer who was one of the first on the scene, said Bogochev shouted Allah Akbar, or God is great, in Arabic. Hamzi said he was alerted by another officer, ran to the school, and saw a victim lying on the ground outside the school and the attacker being taken away. Quote, colleagues arrived quickly, but unfortunately couldn't save the victim, Hamzi said. Police said 2 other men, a second teacher and security guard, were in critical condition after being stabbed. Man. So there you have it. Somebody seems to have answered Hamas's call for a global day of jihad. And now somebody is dead because of this. These kind of things can happen, man, when you don't protect your borders. This should actually be a wake-up call to America. Our border needs to be secure. Stop all of this illegal immigration coming into our country. Because this is the consequences right here of illegal immigration. The far left, the squad, they want this to happen. You people that vote for progressives, they don't care about your safety at all. Because if they did, we would not have illegal immigration here in this country. It's a problem, man. This could actually happen here any day now. Hopefully it doesn't. I really don't hope that it does. But with this administration in office, Joe Biden, I have no faith whatsoever that him or his administration wants to do what's right and put Americans first and protect Americans. They're more concerned about foreigners from other countries, people here illegally. And we really don't know where all of these people come from. I have no doubt about it that terrorists have actually entered our country. This needs to be a wake-up call. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.